Stop looking for the person who's stealing your life. They aren't hiding in your office, and they aren't on your social media feed. They're staring back at you in the mirror. Last week, we talked about boundaries with others, but today we talk about the internal saboteur, the version of you that robs you blind every single morning while you're still waking up. I spent years being a successful failure. I had the vision boards, the color-coded planners, and the big dreams. But every time the clock hit work o'clock, I'd hear a quiet, seductive voice. Not yet. Just one video. Just one more coffee. I wasn't lazy. I was an elite athlete in the sport of productive procrastination. I could justify a 3-hour deep clean of my kitchen just to avoid sending one uncomfortable email. I was saying yes to the laundry because I was too terrified to say yes to my own greatness. If you feel like you're running in place, it's because you're negotiating with a terrorist, your own comfort zone. Today, we're ending the negotiations. I'm going to show you the brain science of the internal no and how to stop being a spectator in your own life.
To kill a bad habit, you have to stop fighting the action and start fighting the anticipation. This is the dopamine loop. Most people think dopamine is about pleasure. It's not. It's about craving. When you feel the itch to check your phone, your brain releases dopamine to make you seek the reward. When you give in, you trigger a protein in your brain called delta phos-B. Think of delta phos-B like a construction crew. Every time you choose a cheap distraction over a hard task, this protein builds a 10-lane highway to that distraction. Meanwhile, the path to your deep work is a dirt road covered in weeds. This creates dopamine debt. You trade a 5-second swipe for a 2-hour focus tax. You aren't just losing time, you are literally rewiring your brain to be incapable of boredom. And if you can't handle boredom, you can't handle success. We're going to stop paying the debt and start building the highway to focus.
Your brain is a master lawyer. It will try to litigate its way out of hard work in 3 specific moments. Battle 1, the limbic friction. This is the physical pain you feel in the first 10 minutes of a task. Your brain registers hard work as a threat to your energy stores. The science, this is your prefrontal cortex fighting your amygdala. The strategy, the non-negotiable on-ramp. Don't tell yourself you're going to work for 4 hours. Tell yourself, I am going to do the mechanical setup. Open the doc, type the title. The goal isn't the work, it's defeating the friction. Once the blood flows to the prefrontal cortex, the pain evaporates. Battle 2, shadow work. This is busyness disguised as business. It's checking stats, organizing folders, or learning from a tutorial you've already seen. The science, your brain loves this because it gets the work dopamine without the work stress. The strategy, the needle mover audit. Before you start, ask, if I only did this one task today, would I be closer to my goal? If the answer is maybe, it's shadow work. Say no to the small stuff so the big stuff has room to breathe. Battle 3, the evening slide. It's 5 p.m. Your willpower tank is on empty. The science? This is decision fatigue. Your brain reverts to its factory settings, which are usually snacks, screens, and staying stagnant. The strategy? The rule of pre-exclusion. You don't decide what to do at 5 p.m. You decide at 8 a.m. Set a hard stop or a hard start. If the choice is already made, you aren't using willpower, you're just following an order.
You cannot willpower your way to a new life. You need systems of speech. You need to change the code your brain runs on. Speech 1, the identity shift. Stop saying, I'm trying to stop procrastinating. That implies you are a procrastinator who is struggling. The speech to yourself, I am the type of person who executes immediately. The logic, this is identity-based habit formation. When you align a no with your identity, it stops being a sacrifice and starts being a statement of fact. You don't try to not smoke if you aren't a smoker. You just don't smoke. Speech 2, the urge surf. Cravings for bad habits are like waves.
They peak for about 90 seconds and then they break. The speech to yourself, I will give in to this urge in 10 minutes, but for now, I'm riding the wave. The logic, by acknowledging the urge rather than suppressing it, you decrease its power. Usually, after 10 minutes of surfing, the chemical spike drops and your rational brain regains the wheel. Speech 3, the future self paradox. We often treat our future self like a stranger who can handle the stress we're avoiding today. The speech to yourself, am I being a friend to the version of me that has to wake up tomorrow? The logic, this triggers temporal continuity. It forces your brain to realize that the you who has to deal with the consequences isn't a stranger, it's you. Don't leave your future self with a mess to clean up.
Every no you say to a cheap distraction is a yes to your highest potential. You are building that 10-lane highway, one rep at a time. If this gave you the slap in the face you needed, hit that like button. It helps the algorithm find other people who are tired of their own excuses. And in the comments, I want you to commit. What is the one shadow work task you are banning this week? Your brain is going to hate this. It's going to whine. Let it. You're the CEO now. The brain is just the intern. Subscribe to keep upgrading with us. Thanks for watching. Now stop watching videos and go do the hard thing.